All right, all right, all right. Thank you for joining me this morning. So, these live streams, again, guys, they're, since you guys will refer to them later on, I told you before, videos are, I'm going to do videos again, but I like the live stream. I can get more information out on the live stream. So, let's have at it. Give me a second. Thank you, Loretta, for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Trying to came out of work early this morning. A little tired, but nothing nothing crazy. Oh boy. Give me a second, sorry. All right. Appreciate it. Brunswick, thank you for being here. Appreciate it as always. All right, guys. So, um, today, or rather this morning, we're going to talk about the easiest ways you can lose weight. And I went over this before. I'll talk about it again, but it's simple steps, man. And the more weight you lose, the more energy you gain, right? And you just feel better, so you want to do more. So these steps will hopefully segue you into working out harder, longer, and a little more efficiently, right? At the age we're at, we want to stay as healthy as we can for as long as we can. I mean, for those that are in the medical field, you know what not working out looks like. You know what not stretching looks like. You know, you don't want to be a decrepit old man or old woman. You want to be functional, like damn near to the very end, right? So that's the idea now with this new age, I guess, of fitness is trying to prolong not death, but at the very least, look good in your coffin when you get there to the end of the line. So that's something to consider. Sorry. All right, so now let's focus on what we're going to talk about. So these shows also, guys, I'm not gonna be on long. I'm not gonna make them, hour. Obviously, if it rolls over into an hour, fine, so be it. But I'm not gonna try to stretch it out just for the sake of, length, time, and shit. So this is probably gonna be maybe, uh, this tonight be 20 minutes at best, maybe half hour. So, Steel City, what's going on? I don't know why I didn't see you in there. But anyway, let's get on with it. So, guys, you need to build a regimen that's tailored to your lifestyle, right? So you can't. A lot of these, like Guru Fitness, join my program. They're not tailored to people with real lives. A lot of them are not, and some of them are. You have to tailor your own regimen to your own life. That is the first of all, tailoring your own workout experience is going to help you better because you know what you're capable of and you know what you need to do. And everybody knows that they need to push a little harder, right? So obviously, guys, if you are setting your regimen up and somewhere in that regimen you have 5 push-ups, you should be doing 5 push-ups for the first week. Next week you should be doing 6 or 7. A lot of people, for the most part, can add an additional 5. But if you're doing 5 one week, try to push 6, 7, max out at 10. And then add 5, anywhere between 2 to 5 each week until you get to your desired goal, which is there shouldn't be a goal when it comes to push ups. I mean, granted, you want to be able to do 20 solid push-ups for a guy. If I'm not mistaken, for a guy, I think it's 40 solid or 50 solid push-ups, no rest. I think for women, it's 20, if I'm not mistaken. There's some kind of guideline that I keep seeing online. Apple cider vinegar helps with dropping weight loss. Yes, Falcon. Apple cider vinegar is absolutely good for dropping weight. But for women, especially women, lifting weights is going to be your best friend. Above all, lifting weights is going to be your best friend. So while you want to lose weight, you also want to strengthen your bones. We're going to get into that in a little bit. So again, guys, tailor your workout and tailor your regimen, your weight loss regimen, to your lifestyle. That does not mean food. It means how how you live, where you live, things you can do and can't do. That's how you're going to tell it to your lifestyle. Don't start doing 5 burpees right out of the gates. Don't do that. Don't decide that, oh, I used to run marathons when I was in high school. And now all of a sudden you're on the road trying to repeat what you did when you were 16, 17 years old. Meanwhile, you're 50-something, 60-something. Don't do it to yourself. You're going to end up having a heart attack somewhere along that route. Don't do it. You might even take 2 steps and be like, fuck this, I can't do it. You know? Yes, Diana, that too. I have heard of the cayenne lemon routine. That drops a lot of weight as well. There's a lot of things, guys, especially natural drinks that will drop weight, right? If I'm not mistaken, and let me look this up. There is a pineapple routine that you can also use to drop weight. Let me see if I can find it. I was just looking at it too. I was like, oh, okay. There's a couple of them. The fucking phone. So one drink is pineapple, orange, ginger, apple, and water. There is actually no measurements to what it is, but I think it's 2 tastes. Pineapple and orange should be the main culprits, and then ginger, apple, and water. And obviously you can make that into a smoothie or you can juice it. If you're going to use apple juice, try to use a pure form of apple juice and not the apple juice we sell in the store that's completely see-through. You don't want that. You can also drink lemon water, which actually helps boost your immune system. But to aid in digestion, you want to use, especially if you eat a big meal, lemon water or lemon water with honey. That's going to help you drop weight and also fight bloating, because bloating is like the big part for a lot of us, especially at our age. Now, to combat bloating, there's a lot you need to do, and that's stop eating processed foods. That's going to save you a lot of heartache and time. Processed food bloats you, hands down. Pasta from the United States bloats you, hands down. You have to get pasta from Italy. When you go to the store and it says pasta from Italy or imported from Italy, that's what you want to buy. You want to stay away from the Americanized pasta, because Americanized pasta has wheat or grain that's grown differently here. And so it transcends down to the pasta once they finally make it, and that's what gives you the bloating and a lot of other problems. The way pasta is raised, if you will, in Italy is a lot better. So, and it's a lot cleaner, and you're going to have less problems. So consider that if you're looking to put pasta in your regimen or your diet somewhere. Try to go with Italian imported pasta only. Now, when you are tailoring your regimen, obviously you need to write this down. So you should write this down in a journal. And in the beginning of the journal, you write down your regimen. You write down what you're going to do what you should be doing for the day, right? So, example, almost like a checklist, right? You get up early in the morning. Try to get up no later than 7 in the morning. Some people are saying 5, 6. I've seen some animals talk about 4 in the morning. Whatever floats your boat. But try to be up no later than 7 o'clock in the morning. And you're going to write that down, right? Then you're going to drink electrolytes first thing in the morning. Your most dehydrated state is when you wake up from your sleep, especially if you get up a couple times to go take a piss. You're more dehydrated than you'll ever be when you wake up from sleep. Obviously, if you work out or you're in the desert somewhere, you're going to be dehydrated. But when you get up in the morning, you are thirsty, right? And the first thing to drink is not coffee. You should drink water, lemon water, cucumber water, which is good as well, or electrolytes. Now, I have an electrolyte that I take. I'm not going to run and get it. It's in a fucking other room. But just any kind of electrolyte, guys, that's what you want to take first thing in the morning. Then you can entertain your coffee or whatever else you're going to take, or whatever supplements you're going to take. But drinking the electrolytes, I found, gives me a nice boost in the morning. If you repeat it in the afternoon, it can get you through that slump that most of us go through around 1, 2 in the afternoon, maybe 3. It'll get you through that slump. So electrolytes is going to be your friend in 2025. So in the journal, after you write that up, that's like your morning routine. Then you have to have a day routine where you plan out the rest of your day. You plan out where you're going to work out. So you're going to write down where you're going to work out, whether that's your living room or the actual gym. That's going to get you to, one, keep it in your head that you need to work out for the day. Secondly, most importantly, when you write it down, you're committed to the action a lot faster and a lot better and more consistently if you write down, I'm working out in the gym or I'm working out at home. And then you write your workout plan in the journal. But in the beginning, first page, you're going to write, plan the day, plan workout, and then whatever else happens after that. Also, you have to plan your meals. You want to know exactly what you want to eat. You don't want to walk into your kitchen, have an idea of eating clean, and then see, some fucking burrito you bought 8 days ago. Don't do it. So you have to have a plan when you eat. And if you do meal planning meal planning like I do, I have my meal already set up. That's what I'm eating for the day, right? I laid out steak and eggs. So after that's what I'm eating. My next meal is probably around 1 or 2 o'clock, which will most likely be boiled eggs, right? And then I have another meal around later in the day, and it's a meal plan that I already have squared away, measured out. There's a certain gram that I have to eat of rice, certain gram of chicken and or beef that I eat with my meals, and that's it. If I get a little hungry, I might have a fruit or I might have another boiled egg later in the night. But again, not too late. So you have to plan out your If you're not going to plan it out, at the very least, eat as clean as you possibly can. So don't go to McDonald's, don't go to any of the processed foods, don't have any processed food in your home. You should actually throw out every chemical-ridden food in your home to start off 2025 right. To kick it off right, all of that shit should be in the garbage. Like right now. Fuck it. Pause this, watch it later, do whatever you got to do. Throw all of that shit in the garbage. That is going to help you in 2025. Replacing the processed food with, again, boiled eggs, rice cakes, fruits and vegetables that you can, chew on or eat, rather eat, not chew on. That's going to help you. Because you're going to go into the kitchen, you're going to look for chips, but you're going to see the cut up carrots, right? And you're going to want to have that. You're going to see the avocado there. You're going to be like, you know what? I'll do avocado on toast. You're going to see boiled eggs, which you should boil eggs throughout the day. Or rather, boil them in the morning, right? So boil, let's say, 8 boiled eggs and eat that throughout the day. And have them already ready to rock and roll so you're not tempted to eat something else because you don't want to wait for boiled eggs, right? So to negate that, have it all squared away each day. Boiled eggs can last a couple days. So, you don't have to have it sitting out. You can keep it in the fridge as well. But if you have everything ready to rock and roll, yeah. So, right, meal preps is important. Night of the Living Reanimated Prepper. It is rocket science. That's why scientists figure out how easy it is to do it. Well, not rocket science, but it did take scientists to figure this out. But yeah, you definitely need to hit your caloric intake. That's another argument, not an argument. That's another conversation for a different day. You have to figure out your caloric intake, your exact caloric intake, and that's what you're going to want to hit or underscore it a little bit, right? So on a diet, there's a caloric intake you take in each day to sustain yourself. Then there's that of a diet that you hit less than that. Let's just say 500 less for the day. So if you're doing 2,500 calories a day, which is pretty not high, it's probably about average, you want to score a little under that to diet or to lose weight. Then once you hit your desired weight, you maintain that calorie for the rest of your life, for the most part. Obviously, guys, there are days where you might eat a little less, you might eat a little more. It's not the end of the world as long as you eat clean. Eating clean is going to help you burn fat a lot faster than you think. Eating garbage is not going to do that. I was 280 2 years ago. I started eating clean and eating less. And not starving yourself. Don't starve yourself. A lot of people misconstrue less calories with starving. Don't. It's eating less food and eating cleaner food is going to get you to your target weight a lot faster. A lot of people seem to think starving is the answer. Starving is not the answer because starving actually hurts you in the long run. So yes, if you're going to fast, which I think everybody should do before you start this new regimen, this new diet, you should definitely fast for at the minimum 24 hours. If you can handle it. If your body cannot handle a 24-hour fast, don't do it. Some people can do longer. I did an 80-hour fast. Don't do it when you're working. That's the worst thing you can possibly do. I did it at work. It was a disaster. For every run I had, when I got back off the rig, I was passed out. I was out like a light. Don't do it. Also, Night of the Living Reanimated Prepper says Google the calories, the calculator. There is a caloric calculator on Google. I know that there's a couple websites that have it. You plug in what you want to do. You plug in what weight you want to get to. For example, I want to get to 240. It will tell me the caloric intake I need for the day. So thank you, Night of the Living Reanimated Prepper. Those things, those calculators will help you. Now, there are apps you can use as well. Let me see if I have one on my phone that I use all the time. There is two of them. There's MyNet Diary, and then there's the Night of the Living Reanimated Prepper. What's the other one that everybody likes using that I am not a big fan of when it comes to dieting? But MyNet Diary is the one I used. That one, you can type in a recipe and then break down that recipe into servings, and then you can put that in your phone. You know, MyFitnessPal. That's what it is. MyFitnessPal. You can also use MyFitnessPal to keep track of your caloric intake. Right. So both those apps will help you reach your goal. So again, if you want to get down to 180, it's going to tell you what your caloric intake of the day is, and then it breaks down how much protein, fat, and carbs you should have for the day. So that's the other good thing about these apps. They're breaking down exactly what you need. Okay, Night of the Living Reanimator Prepper says he uses Chronometer. I heard of that one. I've never used it. I use MyNet Diary, but I heard the Chronometer is pretty good as well. So you want to download those apps, guys, to figure out how much you want to eat. And how much you should be eating, It'll guide you in the right direction. There are these new AI apps out there right now that are helping people lose weight. And these AI apps are bringing it, they're like super accurate. So if there's an AI app out there, try to use that. Some AI apps, if you take a blood test, like you go to the doctor, take a blood test, and you punch in the numbers, it will tell you exactly what you should be eating, what you need to stay away from. Like, they're getting really fucking good. And that's where AI would help in those kinds of instances, right? Especially if, like, you got elevated, I don't know, your triglycerides are too high or your cholesterol's too high. It will tell you exactly what diet to go on to get those down. So entertain those apps. I don't know what they are, but I read a title real quick in the online, and I was like, no shit. And I read the article real quick, and I was like, these apps are getting really good, especially when they use AI. Now, I have a fitness watch on, right? The Apple Watch, and then this is the what the hell is this called? My God, the Whoop. So these two things will gauge where you need to be as far as losing weight goes, right? So, for example, the Apple Watch gives me my caloric burn for the day. And I have to burn 820 calories for the day to help with the weight loss. It also keeps me in track of my fitness hours or minutes, how many minutes I've worked out for the day, and then your standing, which is good. But the standing part, which is good, is it tells you how many steps you walked, right? So the minimum steps for weight loss is 7,000 to 10,000. 7,000 steps is minimum. Try to strive for 10,000 steps a day. Walking, guys, is going to be a big part of losing weight. It's going to help you lose weight a lot faster. And it's the easiest thing you can do. You don't have to run. You don't have to do burpees, jump rope, kettlebell workouts. Walk. When you start getting used to walking, put a weighted backpack or put books in your backpack. Walk a little faster. Time your walks. If you made the mile in 20 minutes, strive for 19. Then the next walk, strive for 18. Keep your body guessing when you're walking, but walking is going to help you out in the biggest way because it's the easiest thing you can do to burn the most fat. Now, once you got your workout plan, your diet plan, and your journal all squared away, these are the things you're going to want to do, guys, to help you or aid you in losing weight. Now, creatine has been told or has been studied, and they found that you can lose weight taking creatine, 3 to 5 grams a day. This is the creatine I take. I showed you guys this before. Well, hold on. That's the creatine I take. It has that liposomol delivery system, which means it transfuses, it enters the body a lot faster and easier. You need to take 5 grams of this a day. Creatine also helps with cognitive decline. It actually stops it. In some cases, it reversed it. So if you are old and you're having a cognitive disorder or you're always forgetting, start taking creatine as well. It helps you lose weight, but it's also good for your brain. 10 to 20 grams of collagen. Collagen, again, is good for the body. It also helps burn fat. I didn't know this. I thought collagen was just for, face, ear, nose kind of deals. The collagen in your body, knees, or joints rather, excuse me. It also helps burn fat. Now, I talked about electrolytes in the morning, guys. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should be drinking is electrolytes. That's 16 to 32 ounces of electrolytes. It depends on, and 1 scoop is good enough. So it depends on how strong you want the water to be. It's up to you. Lifting 4 times a day. You lift 4 times a day, you're an animal. 4 times a week. Start out with lifting 2 times a week. If you never lifted before, ladies, lift light. Don't sit there and look at a chick who's lifting 135 pounds. Don't do it. Start as light as you possibly can. Learn the movement, get the movement down correctly, and then start adding weight to it. Guys, that go for you. If you never squatted a day in your life or you deadlift, don't start adding weight on and then thinking that's the move. Learn the movement first, then add weight to it. But you're going to want to lift weights 4 times a week. Minimum 2. But 4 times a week is your target number to burn fat. A 30 to 60 minute walk is going to help you out, guys, especially after your meals. If you eat lunch, go for a 30-minute walk. You eat dinner, go for a 30-minute walk. 60 minutes best, but you burn fat continuously even after you're done walking. 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. Now, again, that app is going to tell you how much protein you should have per meal while you're on the diet. So 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. Now, this is the more important part. 90% of your diet has to be whole foods, real food, not processed food. Clean food, 90% of your diet. The other 10%, you can fuck off and do what you want. If you want. You can also lessen it to 95 and 5% of the food is junk food that you eat. But try to keep your whole foods and clean foods 90% of your diet. And now the most important out of all of that, outside of the diet, the creatine, the protein, the walk, the lifting, the collagen, the most important part, guys, is staying consistent. Staying consistent is going to keep you focused in losing weight. And you're going to see in the first week, you're probably going to drop 5 pounds, maybe a little more, because your body's going to be introduced to something new. You're going to be walking more, you're going to be lifting weights, and your body's going to be like, what the fuck's going on? And you're not taking in the overabundant calories that you used to take. You're going to see, you could see up to 10 pounds lost in the first week. The 5 to 10 pounds that you lose in the first week is water weight. So get excited about the weight loss, but don't be too excited because it's water weight that you're losing in the first week. After you drop past 15, 20 pounds, now you're burning fat. Now you're into the most important part of the weight loss, which is getting the fat off your body. You can burn 1,500 calories if you do 100 sun salutations, a yoga move that is actually 10 poses when done correctly. No shit. Everybody keeps talking about I should do yoga. And I'm like, I'm not a gay man, but whatever. Thank you, Night of the Living Reanimated Prepper. Appreciate it. So, guys, now, take one day at a time. This might seem overwhelming, especially when you write it down. At first, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, shit, this is a lot. It's not. What's a lot, guys, is ending up in the hospital sick, ending up on some kind of medication because you're overweight, or your heart's starting to fail, your kidneys shutting down, or your liver's too fat. Like, there's so many medical problems behind not being healthy. So take this one day at a time. On a calendar, mark it down. Day 1, done. Day 2, take it one day at a time. Don't look 2-3 weeks ahead. Granted, you're going to plan for it, but don't look it ahead or stare at it and go, that's where I want to be, that's where I don't want to be. Don't go to the gym and look at the fit guy or the fit chick and be like, that's what I want to be. Don't do that. You look at yourself in the mirror and you notice the difference. You get on the scale, you notice the difference. Don't look at somebody else and you could admire the person and be like, maybe that's where I want to be. But don't sit there and look at that person and go, why am I not there yet? It takes time. And guys, it takes time. It takes up to 3 months to see a difference. You can see a difference within the first week or two, but then you might not see any more changing of the body. So then you have to wait another 2 months to 3 months until you start seeing a difference. Then people are going to start seeing a difference, especially those people that don't see you all the time. They're going to be like, wow, you look good. You're losing weight, right? There's losing weight the right way, and there's losing weight like fucking shitty. Like, you don't want to look like somebody that was in Auschwitz, right? You want to look like somebody that's in shape. And I make that comparison because there are people who lose weight and look like shit. Vegans who lose weight because of their vegan diet and they don't replace it with any vitamins or anything, they look like shit. You definitely want to do this the right way and look healthy when you do it. There's some people that lose weight too fast, like they get their stomach stapled and they look like shit, right? So don't do that. The app is called MyNet Diary. So take this one day at a time, guys. Tackle it one day at a time. Don't rush it. Don't sit there and go, why am I not seeing anything? Now, ladies, for those of you that are having a problem losing weight, you might want to go to the doctor before you start this and get your hormone levels checked out. Your hormone levels are going to play a giant role in whether or not you're going to lose weight. You also have to be honest with yourself in, are you doing everything correctly, and are you doing everything that needs to be done to lose the weight? Most people will not admit to themselves that they're not doing everything they possibly can. They just don't. And if you can come to terms with the fact that you're not doing everything that needs to be done, then you're on the right path to losing weight. I know that doesn't make sense, but trust me, if you start recognizing your faults, if you start recognizing the fact that, all right, I didn't do this correctly this week because I ate 5 McDonald's visits. Don't fucking know why you would have 5 McDonald's visits. Nonetheless, if you start recognizing your faults, you are going to do Good. You're on the path to losing weight. Now, like I said before, guys, fasting for over 24 hours to reset the body is ideal. You don't necessarily have to do it, but there are people who will suggest you should fast because it cleans everything out of the stomach. You are starting from scratch. You're bringing everything back down to pretty much zero, and then you start from there. Now, if you have medical problems, I would see your doctor first, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's a doctor out there, there's an Indian dude who talked about fasting and intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting, guys, is a different topic, but he has had his patients do that. And a lot of patients who were on high blood pressure medication were now off high blood pressure medication. In fact, some people have seen a reduction in Mr. C's. And there's another study that's being conducted based around that right now to see whether or not fasting actually does help with reducing cancer. But that's a study that's being done right now, so don't hold me to it. When that study comes out, I'll definitely be talking about it on here at the risk of getting the channel shut down. Now, movements, guys, to burn fat. This is more important. I think I went over my 20 minutes. I surely did. Sorry. Give me a couple more minutes and we'll be done. Movements, guys, that are going to burn fat. Now, if you're following this regimen, guys, if you're following your regimen for a month or two, you're going to start seeing energy increase. You're going to start wanting to do more. So now that you want to start doing more. You just don't want to walk anymore because walking might be getting old for you or played out or whatever it is. Now you want to start doing more. Well, maybe you want to start lifting weights. Kettlebell work is the combination of lifting weights and cardio at the same time. Kettlebell work is possibly one of the better workouts you can do. But you have to be careful and you have to know what you're doing with kettlebells. And trust me, people have dropped kettlebells on their fucking feet. Don't do it. It hurts. It more than hurts. It's soul crushing. Don't do it. I fell because I risked smashing my head on the ground because I didn't want my feet to get hit with a kettlebell. I dropped the kettlebell and I moved my feet at the same time and I fucking went over. So I caught myself, right? But it's still, you don't want to crush your fucking feet with kettlebell. Kettlebell work is fun. There are a ton of kettlebell tutorials on YouTube, a ton. So Google, kettlebell for beginners. Get yourself a light kettlebell. My kettlebell right now is 53 pounds, and I have an 80-pound kettlebell. Right? Those are the two that I work with. I tried to do a move with the 53-pound, and I couldn't do it. I kept working with it because that was the only kettlebell I had here in the house at the time, and now I can do the move with no problem. Right? It's halos. Right? It's moving the kettlebell around your head, which works on your core. Kettlebell work, guys, works on your core, works on your muscles, strengthens bones, and it burns fat, especially when you do kettlebell swings. Right? So that's something to consider when you get to that point where you want to up your workout regimen. Lifting weights, we talked about that before. Planks. Guys, planks is the simplest thing you can do that will burn fat like you wouldn't believe. Now, planks, again, you're going to have to Google it because I don't have room to show you it. I will probably do a video where I can show you these moves, but I really don't want to because you can just Google this shit. But planks are going to help you burn fat. Planks helps you strengthen your core. Planks are, to me, it's like the end-all, be-all when it comes to burning fat. It's one of those things, guys, where your body is shaking, especially when you're new to planking and you're sitting there, you're trying to hold a position. There's all different kind of plank moves. There's wall sits, there's high planks, low planks, there's side planks. I mean, there's all of these plank maneuvers that you can do, guys, that will help you lose weight. I'm implementing those into my workout starting next year, but those can help you burn a lot of fat. So keep that in mind. Adriana, you can still eat bread if you eat clean bread. Like, again, bread made from, I don't want to say made from Italy because you won't get that kind of bread unless they freeze it and ship it here. But you can eat, like, sourdough bread is good for you, right? If you're going to eat any kind of bread, that would be the bread to go with. But a lot of our sourdough bread that's made here in the United States is shit. So, but you can still eat bread. You can lessen the amount of bread you eat. You don't have to cut it out of your diet altogether. And here's the problem. Here's the thing with the diet, guys. Don't go cold turkey, right? Like, if you're eating junk food, cut that shit out. But if you like breads or you like pasta, don't cut it out altogether. Lessen it. Lessen the amount of breads, lessen the amount of pasta you eat until you get to a point where you don't eat it anymore. But don't just wake up in the morning and throw your bread in the garbage can. Throw your processed foods out, but don't cut any other things out cold turkey. Again, when it comes to pasta and bread, lessen the amount of pasta and bread you eat. Trust me, it'll help you out, and it'll make dieting a lot easier. When you do the cold turkey diets, that's where people run into problems. Let's see, where else are we? Again, guys, weightlifting and walking together are the best forms of exercises that are going to have you lose weight. Those two alone are going to have you lose weight, weightlifting and walking. But if you want to get fancy, you can add planks, which burn fat, kettlebell workouts, which burn fat as well. But again, that's when you get to that level. Some of you, it'll take you a week or two to get to that level, especially if you used to be fit. Some of you that have never done this shit before, it's going to take you a while to get there. So, I have sourdough starter from 1994. No shit, nice. Connie said, fresh frozen bread is better for you than fresh bread, especially for pre-diabetes. Complex carbs, golden potatoes, or sweet potatoes, no bread, no pasta. Right, again, you can wean off of it. And listen, some people can start cold turkey. Some people can't. But he is right about the golden potatoes, or was it the gold Yukon potatoes, and or sweet potatoes are going to be your best friend. Some people say jasmine rice. I use basmati rice, one and the same. But yeah, you also have to mind how much rice you eat. Just because you can eat some of these carbs, guys, doesn't mean you go crazy with it. You got to be mindful of how much carbs you need to eat. A lot of these apps will tell you in grams how much carbs you should eat for the day, and you can implement the potatoes, sweet potatoes, and rice in that when it comes to the grams, right? So you have to get a food scale, which I think everybody should get, and start weighing out your food. I do it with my meal preps. And again, guys, prioritize protein over carbs. The more proteins you eat, the less carbs you're going to want to eat. The more natural salt you put in your diet, the less sugars you're going to eat. Right? So if you start feeling a sugar craving, some people will say, not iodized salt, but sea salt or Himalayan salt, take a pinch of that, put it on your tongue. That will get rid of the sweet craving. It does. I thought it was bullshit, but it's not. When I want to eat a donut and I'm craving for a donut, a pinch of salt on your tongue or in your mouth will get rid of that sugar craving. If you are looking around the house to eat something, you eat a boiled egg, it will get rid of the urge to eat carbs. That's why I say have boiled eggs on the table, ready to rock and roll, or in your kitchen somewhere, ready to rock and roll. When you start getting that craving for something sweet, eat a boiled egg with some salt on it. That will crush it. So, Redmond's Real Salt. Thank you, Falcon. Redmond's Real Salt. Maldon salt is good. I have salt from all over the fucking place. I just see Himalayan salt or sea salt and I buy it. I don't have any particular one I use. But yeah, those are the salts you want to go with. Also, mushroom coffee, guys. For those that are interested in it, I use Everyday Dose. Or Rise, but I use Everyday Dose. This is good mushroom coffee, and that replaces regular coffee if you use a creamer or not. These are the way to go, especially in your diet regimen. You can have coffee, preferably no sugar, or if you have cream, just put cream and let the cream substitute the sugar. I know it's weird. You taste a little bit of the sweetness, but not enough. But anyway, that is going to be how you're going to lose weight for 2025, guys. You're going to start this January 1st and see where you are January 31st or February 1st, one of the two, and gauge from there. You're going to step on a scale. You can step on a scale every day, but it could be aggravating, especially if you gain some weight in that process because you had a bad day or whatever it is. So you could definitely do the scale at minimum once a week. But I would suggest weighing yourself throughout the week, but once a week at minimum. So Sunday, get on the scale. Okay, I'm 230. Get on the scale next Monday and see where the weight is there, right? Obviously, if it goes down a pound or two, you're in the right direction. If it goes up, don't panic. It could be water weight. So keep that in the back of your head. Water weight's going to fluctuate while you're on a diet, so don't take every time you step on a scale personal. Every time you go on, oh my God, I gained 2 pounds. Don't fucking start flipping out. It's not the end of the world. If you gain 10 pounds, there's a fucking problem. You should go see a doctor because you're dying from fatness. But other than that, guys, hopefully this video helped out. Hopefully you guys can refer to this video a couple times in case you missed something. If you need help with anything, you can email me at, hold on, because I think I got an email for this. Because I got an email for fucking everything. angryprepperfitness@gmail.com. Anything related to fitness, email me at angryprepperfitness@gmail.com. Do not email me on the Angry Fucking Prepper about the diet shit. I will not answer you. angryprepperfitness@gmail.com. All right, guys. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader because Tuesday is New Year's Eve, right? Right. Tuesday is New Year's Eve, so I will have a doubleheader tomorrow. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, and I will see you guys next month with another Angry Prepper Fitness live stream. Thank you.